All-star Mets player Pete Alonso is doing his part to make sure that his fans never forget the innocent lives lost and sacrifices made during and following the September 11th terrorist attacks. He is donating the 9/11 Never Forget cleats he wore during a game last month on the 18th anniversary of 9/11. It's going to the National September 11 Memorial and Museum. Let's listen in.
And I think everyone across the country was moved by it. So it's extraordinary for us to be the recipient of your cleats and your bat from a game played on September 11th, 2019, in which you earned, or the team earned, 9 runs on 11 hits on 9/11 at a home game in New York. You can't tell me there isn't magic in baseball, because there really is. And you've been part of the magic this season, and we are grateful to you and to Jeff and to the entire team for everything you do for us, for our city and our nation. And it is my privilege on behalf of the Memorial and Museum to officially accept your donation, which I think is one of the best examples I can think of. An individual who was 6 when these attacks happened 18 years ago, who has grown into a man who understands what it means never to forget. And it is really something to be able to tell your story as well through these artifacts. So thank you, truly. And I will hand you the microphone as well. Wonderful. And you know, I don't know if everybody knows, but the first response agencies are listed on these cleats. And you have not only the Port Authority, Police, FDNY, NYPD, you also have the Sanitation Department, DSNY. Really marvelous with the date, of course, September 11, 2001. Really spectacular. Thank you so much. I'm going to put these.
Can you post together? She's giving him something.
Excellent, excellent.
Here. Let her take it from you. Can you
And then, right
Yeah, you're good.
Can you look this way a little bit? This way also? Perfect. There you go. Perfect.
And look down.
Right down here.
Keep down here. Okay, good.
Look down here.
And up here.
Right here.
Right here.
You look down here.
Right.
Right here.
And Jeff, please.
Thank you.
That's great.
Right here.
Right here.
Right here. Straight forward.
Now roll up.
Right here.
Right here.
Center.
Down here.
Good.
Up center.
Wait.
Right here. Right here. Right here.
Now to this side. This way a little bit.
That way.
How's your teeth and you need anything? Look left, look right.
Peter's going to say something that I think Jeff wants to.
All right. Do I need a mic?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. All right. First of all I can say is I'm just extremely humbled. There's some absolutely breathtaking artifacts here, and the fact that you guys are willing to have me just donate a stinky old pair of cleats and just a bat. Really, it's just, to me, it's so humbling. I mean, there's so many just absolutely just wonderful artifacts, and the fact that you guys are willing to just invite me to just display these, it just means the world. And all I can just say is thank you so much, and it's seriously an honor. So thank you. And yeah, I guess mainly the one thing I wanted to do is just kind of bring awareness to just kind of just everything that 9/11 resembles. It not just the hurt, but the recovery and still the scars that are still being that are still happening today, especially with kind of the post diseases and from the recovery. So I just being here in New York, I just wanted to just show every bit of gratitude I could, not just for the first responders, but for the families as well who are directly impacted. And yeah, You guys will not be forgotten. So thank you guys again. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Jeff, did you want to say a few words?
Well, thanks, Pete. What happened was I got a call, I think Hader got a call from the museum, and I just went on the board here to ask, gee, do you think we can get these cleats after you wore them? And Haley, I hope you said it yes as easy as he did to me when I asked him about the cleats, and he said, absolutely. I barely got the words out of my mouth that the museum wanted them, and Pete was saying absolutely. So, you know, again, kudos to Pete and for doing this, and I think, you know, years to come, we'll remember this for a long time. So thank you.
So much. So as the final official acceptance,
Okay.
You were 6 on 9/11. At what point did this become something that was significant to you, and why?
Yeah, I just remember being pulled out of first grade, and it just, I didn't really, as I got older, I gradually got to understand, but being in Tampa and going to UF, I mean, it's something that I understand what happened. I thought it was just kind of like just being kind of like an outsider. I didn't really fully understand. It wasn't really until I started to, like, the light bulb went on. It was like, wow, this is like way bigger than what I thought. Was when I came here in 2016, and when I was living in Brooklyn temporarily for the cyclone season. That's when I really got to see the like the true impact and that 9/11 left on the community of New York. And I just, after then, I came to the museum, and I really, everything that I tried to understand, like, it just made sense, and it just kind of hit me like a ton of bricks, and just the vast impact that it had in the absolute massive scar. But I mean, scars heal over time, but it's just a matter of getting better. And I just want to recognize pretty much everyone who's involved, because there was a lot of loss, but also, like, people showed tremendous heroism that day. So it's just a matter of just recognizing everybody and anyone that was included.
What struck you? You talk about understanding the impact that had in 2016 moving forward. What was it that struck you?
Just, I guess I would, if I had to say, it's like, because just living here and just like being here on seeing something like a commercial for, like, if you were at the mound or the hill or the cleanup, if you were in Manhattan this time, it's like you are entitled for, like, compensation for injury / sickness. And, like, seeing kind of commercials like that involve the sickness, it's like, wow, this is something that's not just one specific day, this is lingering. And I think there's a stat out there that I think the deaths from the sicknesses from the cleanup and the aftermath has surpassed, or not yet, but it's climbing up there.
Well over 2,100 people have already died.
So it's still a continuous thing. That's what I really didn't understand, and the fact that that it's still currently impacting the community today, to me, is appalling. So that's what, when I really understand that, that's when I started to really, like, kind of grasp it. I mean, it's still a tremendous day, and I don't think for me I'm ever gonna fully understand it, but I just want to understand as much as possible and just give all I can to help.
Pete, how do you want to be known?
I mean, baseball's my job. I love the game of baseball, but hopefully, I want to be known as a really good person. I want to be known as a great baseball player, but better person.
You mentioned some artifacts and things in the store. Anything in particular that struck you?
Yeah, this is, I think, my third or fourth time here at the museum, but there's kind of like this little hideaway in the actual exhibit where it's like you kind of wind through, and it's kind of pictures. It shows like the graphic parental adversary or whatever, and I don't know how to say that, but it has like pictures and the quotes from bystanders of people trying to escape the flames, and it's to kind of see those images, and really it's unbelievable. It's like it's kind of hard to really put yourself in that state of mind on that day. So it's incredibly somber, and I just want to show respect. That's all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. We appreciate it. I know there's some requests for him, so we're going to see what time we have.
We've been watching a ceremony at the National September 11 Memorial and Museum. That's where MLB All-Star Pete Alonso donated the 9/11 Never Forget cleats that he wore during a game last month on the 18th anniversary of 9/11. Alonso ordered a pair of those cleats for all of his teammates ahead of the anniversary. His cleats will now go into the museum's permanent collection.